Do you want to catch big fish this year? If so, you might want to start looking into power plant lakes. Here's why.
Welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Fish Talk.
Cheers! Unfortunately, I'm out of coffee, but the good news is this, I've already drank plenty. The other good news is we're in the 5 Minute Fish Talk studio, and we've got 5 minutes on the timer here, and you know what that means. Boop! It's time to get real. Power plant lakes. Why are we excited about power plant lakes? Well, at the end of this video, I think you'll understand exactly why you should be excited about power plant lakes. But for now, let's talk about this. What is a power plant lake? Well, essentially, it is a lake connected to a power plant. Yeah, pretty exciting, pretty groundbreaking. I bet you never knew that before. Okay, but what does that do? What it does is it creates a hot water discharge area. Now, what does that do? It creates a warmer body of water. So if you are in Illinois or Missouri, wherever you're at, you've got this lake that's 80 degrees right now, the water temp, but then the rest of these lakes during the winter are 37. Well, which one's gonna have a little bit better fishing? Generally speaking, the warmer body of water. Now, why would a warmer body of water be better for fishing? Because fish tend to have a lower metabolism during the winter. They get sluggish, they start to suspend and not feed aggressively. They might only feed every couple days, every week, whatever. But on a warmer body of water, they've got a higher metabolism. They can keep moving, they can keep actively feeding. And so what does that do for fishing? It creates bigger fish. Yeah, so you're starting to see why you should fish one, right? Well, in fact, let me tell you about my backstory real quick. I've actually fished 2 different power plant lakes. One was in Arkansas and one was in Kansas. Kansas happens to still hold my personal best bass, which you can see right here. You can also see the fact that I have a goofy haircut. But you know what, that's besides the point. At least I caught a big bass, so you can be proud of me for that. You know I catch a lot of fish this big, so that fish was quite exciting. Regardless, the Arkansas lake, I also caught some nice fish. You've probably actually seen some of my videos on that particular lake, but generally speaking, there was some very nice fish in both of these lakes. And the other common factor is the fact that they were both power plant lakes and they both had warm water. Now, I've talked to many other anglers and I've had many discussions with other anglers and I've seen other cases of this exact same thing. So you can really start to draw that parallel. Now, how do you fish in a power plant lake? Generally speaking, I'm not going to go into super detail here because just like any other lake, you kind of have to treat it as such. It's its own particular lake. Now, one thing that I've noticed is during the winter, most people tend to fish close to the hot water discharge. So that's probably a good place to start. But during the summer, in various months, you might have to adjust your pattern, obviously. When I caught my personal best, that was actually during the summer, and it was as far away from the hot water discharge as possible, and I was throwing a crankbait into deeper water. So obviously, you're gonna have to adjust according to the season. But for now, during the winter, I would say just get as close to that hot water discharge as possible. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel this out. I know I didn't go 5 minutes today. I don't feel like I need to go into super specific details about this subject because I don't want to get so bogged down in details and have you go to a lake and have it be completely different. The real moral of the story is that you should fish in these lakes, especially during the winter, because they've got huge fish to offer. I don't think I've actually got any in my area. I'll have to do a little bit of research, but if so, I'll make sure to go fish that and show you a video on that. But anyways, have yourself a fantastic weekend, and guess what? We'll catch you next time!